Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome to my channel Beyond Headlines Current Affairs by Lakshmi. The topic today is ethanol blended petrol, the myths, the facts, the benefits and the challenges. So we are going to discuss about all these things today in our video, and the concept of blending ethanol into petrol was envisaged a long back, but it has been trending topic nowadays because we all know about the cost of the petrol, and yeah, thankfully it is not rising much, but this process of mixing ethanol in petrol uh, reduces our dependence on the fossil fuels. As we all know, India doesn't have that much of petrol resources or petrol reserves. So we are one of the major importers of crude oil and petrol from other countries, and that costs really a lot of money. So by mixing ethanol into petrol, we can reduce the purchase of the crude oil and petrol from other countries to some extent, which in turn saves our foreign exchange reserves. So, with that premise, let us move into the topic. So, this project was first launched in 2003. So, the goal then was again to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels and also to reduce carbon emissions. When we compared the carbon emissions with the vehicles that use pure petrol and the vehicles which use petrol which is mixed with ethanol, there is difference, significant difference. So thereby, by reducing carbon emissions, we are moving very swiftly towards the sustainable development goals. Yeah, that is one thing. And also, the ethanol that is mixed in this petrol is uh, produced from agricultural products like sugar cane, rice and other cereals. So it is again helping the farmers to produce more, and their produce can be used in producing ethanol, which again helps in reducing the dependence on fossil fuels. And by uh, encouraging farmers to produce these things, we are trying to improve our agricultural productivity and at the same time our agri economy. Okay, so that is there. And also by mixing ethanol with petrol, we are bringing down the greenhouse gas emissions and we are bringing down the pollution. And also we are doing our bit for the environment, because India is very much committed. India is a part of one of the parties to Paris Agreement, wherein we vote to bring down the temperature levels, or at least maintain the temperature levels, if not increase them, uh, to the pre-industrial level of 1.5 degree lesser to that state. So with all these things happening, taking up this project helps in achieving our climate change goals, our sustainable development goals, and also it improves our agri-economy and Indian economy in total, where we are able to save a few hundred crores from importing the fossil fuels. So all these things are the premise for which this project has been taken up. So even though the project was started in 2003, the first successful mixing of 10% ethanol happened in 2022. And our target was to achieve 20% mixing by this year, and we achieved it early. So we can see the denotations like E10, E20. E10 means 10% mixed ethanol in petrol. E20 is 20% mixed ethanol in petrol. So the first initial project when it was taken, the goal was 5% mixing. And later on, we were able to achieve these things. And 20%, imagine 20% ethanol mixing in petrol, that would save a lot of money. Yeah, and that is obviously it helps in our economy also and our foreign exchange reserves. And this ethanol, as I already told you, is produced from agri products like sugarcane, broken rice, and other cereals, and thereby we are promoting agri industries and related industries. That is that. Now, there is the mix, the facts. Facts we have finished. Benefits we have covered. And now we look into the mix. So it is the concern of public in general and also some parties, like what is the efficiency of ethanol in the process. So how efficient ethanol is in reducing carbon emissions, or what is its effect on the vehicles themselves. And there have been some concerns expressed regarding the fuel efficiency, the efficiency of the vehicle, and the engine wear and tear for the vehicle as a whole. So these things are not affected to a greater extent. Whatever petrol vehicles we have, a little here and there, not much. So there is no need to worry about those things because they are almost on par with the same, like a petrol vehicle. And using ethanol causes, there are certain concerns like production, storage, transportation of ethanol. So storage, production and transportation of ethanol is a challenge again, and we have to develop infrastructure for this process. So yeah, now we have tested everything and got everything ready. Now we have to produce it on a commercial scale, wherein it will become a viable alternative for pure petrol. And also, since this is produced from the agri products, it's a renewable source of energy wherein we can cultivate them again and again and use them for producing ethanol. So there is nothing waste involved in that, and that is one thing. And the other concern that was raised is the vehicle compatibility, whether the vehicles that are currently running on petrol are compatible with this kind of mixed fuel. And who is going to implement this one? So the oil marketing companies or the OMCs, they are going to implement this project, and they are the ones who will source ethanol from the domestic sources, and they will buy that ethanol from those domestic sources at the prices that are fixed by the government. So the production part or the successful testing part is done. Now it is the role of the oil marketing companies to take up this one and successfully launch into the commercial scale. And that responsibility the oil marketing companies have to take up. And that is one thing. And there is, when you produce ethanol or ethanol, there is a lot of water involved. And depletion of water resources is another concern. And as such, distilleries use more water, and that is why water use audits are necessary from time to time to check on the utilization of water and how optimally water is utilized. So that is also another thing. And overall, this project will help India uh, reduce the spending on the oil, crude oil and petrol, and also it will help India to achieve sustainable development goals and help in climate change. And this one is again is eco-friendly because the carbon emissions are less when compared to pure petrol vehicles, and also it will help the economy, as I said earlier, it will help the economy to grow. So that's about it. That's all for today. And again, please like, share, and subscribe. And please leave your opinions, suggestions in the comment box. I look forward to it. Thank you.